Ethiopian government is forcibly displacing indigenous pastoral communities in Ethiopia's lower Omo Valley without consultation or compensation to make way for state-run sugar plantations. Human Rights Watch says the area is home to around 200,000 people whose way of life is linked to the land and access to the Omo River.
The sugar plantation plans are extremely ambitious. 245,000 hectares is a phenomenally big area. Just to put that in context a little bit, a football field is approximately half a hectare. So we're talking about 500,000 football fields. It's a huge, huge area. Government maps that have been provided to Human Rights Watch indicate that there will be 750 kilometers of roads developed within those sugar plantations, 200 kilometers of irrigation canals, up to 6 sugar processing factories, and it has the potential to create over 150,000 full-time, part-time, and seasonal jobs. So it's a mega development.
Evidence gathered by Human Rights Watch demonstrates that in the past year, regional officials and security forces have forcibly seized land from indigenous communities, living and farming within the areas slated for sugarcane growing. Reports of forced displacement and clearing of agricultural land have gathered pace too.
They're being told that they will be resettled into villages, that they will no longer be allowed to move around the area, but they'll be forced to be resettled into government-built villages. So understandably, people are frustrated, they're confused, and they're worried about what the future will hold for their people. Their lands are being completely cleared. Everything is being cleared in those areas. So farms are being cleared, grain storehouses are being cleared, beehives are being cleared. There's absolutely nothing being left in the early stages of this development. The new villages are just being developed as we speak, and we've heard in the last couple of weeks that the first group of people are being resettled into those villages.
This, however, is not being taken lightly by the communities, who even after being evicted do not know of their fate, as there is lack of transparency from the government about their fate.
Communities are angry, and communities are also heavily armed in that region. Cattle raiding is still a part of lifestyle. There's low intensity ethnic conflict between the different ethnic groups. So there's a lot of variables at play. The military presence in the region is quite high. There have been a lot of sort of low intensity skirmishes between the military and different indigenous groups.
According to the Human Rights Watch, this is not only Ethiopia's problem, but also cuts across Kenya.
Those 200,000 people, yes, if they're resettled, that's one thing, but if they choose not to be and they want to continue practicing their livelihood, their lifestyle, their culture, their identity, there's very few places they can go. They can't go into the densely populated Ethiopian highlands, which are on the north and east sides of them. South Sudan has a lot of issues right now, so Kenya is the other option. 200 kilometers of irrigation canals. The earlier irrigation canals we're seeing are 25 meters in width. That's a massive amount of water that's going to be used every year that in the past would be flowing into Lake Turkana, now would be going into the sugar plantations.
Human Rights Watch is now calling on Kenya to press for new environmental and social impact assessments that examine the cumulative impact of the Gibe 3 dam and the irrigation of commercial agriculture scheme. Violet Makendo, GBS News.